with all of that said, none of that was my personal experience with Puff. Because I hate when people do that. Like, you think because somebody was with somebody that now they saying something that they saw.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Scores and Assists, where we break down the latest headlines and bring you fresh takes on everything sports and culture. From trending news to game highlights and hot debates, we've got it all. Hit that subscribe button and stay in the loop. So Netflix has insisted its new documentary about Cent and Diddy Combs, produced by rapper 50 Cent, is not a hit piece or an act of retribution. A spokesperson for Combs called for the 4-part documentary titled Sean Combs: The Reckoning, a shameful hit piece that relied on stolen footage. Combs' spokesperson also said that it was staggering that Netflix had given creative control to 50 Cent, who he described as a long-time adversary with a personal vendetta.
Guys are here, man. Everybody look good, smell good. Come on, let's get right to it. Let's get right to it. I was up at 5 a.m. watching The Reckoning.
Right to it.
That is the Puff Daddy piece, executive produced by 50 Cent. I don't even think that's fair because there's a lot more names involved in this piece.
Oh, yeah.
But 50 is kind of...
He's the star name.
Yeah, but it's mad other names. So, but fuck it. Executive produced by 50 Cent on Netflix. It's a 4-part series.
Was there any other industry names on there or just other names?
That's what I was about to say. Let me see.
Just out of curiosity. Like
any names that
I
people
saw
would know?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Gotcha.
If that's what industry name to know.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking like record execs or anything like that.
Oh, No, but it's not just by one person is what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure those people are accomplished and have, you know, so this is them coming together, and it's my point is it's a very well done piece.
Dope.
It's a very
well, depending on who you... I like well done documentaries.
Me too.
Let me put it that way.
Me too.
I'm glad it wasn't a quick hack rush job.
Because
they did a bunch
it
of those.
Didn't come off like that at all.
Yeah, they did.
Everybody
Hulu was going
Hulu,
crazy.
ABC, everybody just had a bunch of...
And HBO.
Yeah, just showing the same stock
Tubi
footage
had
over
some
and
shit.
over
It was a bunch of them shit.
Yeah.
No, this one was very well done. I watched when episode 1 was on. I said, okay, you're recapping. I've heard all of this. They're starting at his earlier years and background and yada yada, and just how the early stages of. And I'm like, all right, we've seen all of this before. And I mean, most of the footage we've seen. Part 2 was about. Like, I just saw it a couple hours ago, so bear with me. Part 2 was about Biggie and the West Coast and Pac and
more shit that we've seen before.
Yeah, but told differently.
Okay.
Told differently.
Okay.
This one did more. It basically blames Puff for Biggie and Pac.
Damn. Okay.
Wow.
This piece
which is something we've heard before.
Yeah.
This piece takes a lot of the reasonable doubt away. Like, they do a good job of laying it at his feet. I was pissed by episode 2. Really? I was absolutely pissed by episode 2.
Pissed at the doc or pissed at Puff?
Yeah.
Puff.
Oh, okay.
Because the way the doc is framing it was Big didn't want to go to LA at all. Like that little segment, and we maybe have heard that before. This doc did a good job of making you say, right after Pac dies, why would Biggie want to go to LA to finish recording the album? Like that just sounds real stupid today.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
It does.
And then they got interviews with all these key people where even if they are saying something you heard before, they saying a little more in depth. So they got the guy saying, I forgot his name, sorry. They got him saying, yo, Biggie was supposed to go to LA and then run with me over to London 2 days later, but that didn't happen. He was urged to stay. I mean, and then they get into the swapping of the Rolling Stone cover. Again, more things that you have heard, but it's
framed differently.
Somebody, and again, maybe that's 50. There's somebody in the know putting this timeline together. Yeah, I was saying fuck him for the big by episode 2.
Wow,
really?
Yeah, it was.
I gotta watch this tonight.
I'm watching it tonight for sure.
Episode 3, then they get into the women and just where this
that life,
you know where it goes, and 4 is the end.
Okay.
and 4 is the end.
How was it in? Like at him
Now.
Okay.
Now, Cassie, they got footage of, they got all the footage. They got footage of Ryan Leslie bringing Cassie in the conference room and then Puff at the head, and then them in the studio with Puff saying, yeah, I like this song, but I want to love it. I need a rapper need to do this part that you on, Ryan Leslie. And then there was no more Ryan Leslie. Then there was Kim Porter was the wife, but then Cassie was the wifey. And then when Kim Porter would come around, it was send Cassie to go to the spa or some shit because they couldn't be around each other. Then they got fucking Albie Shore in there. Got Eric Sermon in there talking about Misa.
Wow.
When Puff met Misa, yada yada. Like, it's just
Wow.
a whirlwind of shit. I won't call it a hit piece because they did focus on his success as well.
Okay.
And that's the story they were telling. Is like,
But the success drove him to be a monster? Is that how they framed it?
no, I won't say that. But the guy that got away at every turn and continued to rise and rise more. And then when this got dead, the Danity Kane, they went into the whole making the band shit and what that looked like with today's ears and climate. His relationship with Aubrey and how he was sending her shit on some.
Did they put her in?
Yo, I'm masturbating tonight. I'm gonna think of you, and yeah, I want to fuck. And when that didn't go right, then they pan right to the footage of him kicking out the group, and she looking at him like,
Oh wow.
she looking at him like, yo,
Did she speak? Did she speak in the doc?
Huh?
Did she speak in the doc?
I think so.
so-
It's all fuzzy. It's all fuzzy.
I know you just.
Yeah,
I
you
know,
just
I know,
did-
You
I
gonna
know.
rewatch it. You gonna have to rewatch
Oh no,
it.
this is.
It's all fuzzy, but she looked at him like, my man, really? Because he's sitting there saying, you're not provocative enough. You're not promiscuous.
Oh shit.
Like, nigga, word.
Yeah, and then it got into when I was done with Danity Kane, he fucking X'd that whole group, took Dawn, put in Dirty Money. Now it's him in the group, so he's the focus. The story they kept trying to tell was he always wanted to be the focus. The executive who had all of these artists, but
Wanted to be the man.
I'm the artist.
I'm a star.
So
Suge was right.
fuck
Yeah,
y'all.
as we insert the Suge
Yeah,
speech
like,
from the
sound like
Social
Suge was
Awards.
right.
Well, then they got into Suge. They got into what he said at the Source Awards, what Puff said at the Source Awards, how Suge was Albie Shore's bodyguard, and how that turned to executive. And this was just a very well done piece involving a lot of info that you know, but
Framed.
framed a certain way and with some more shit. Because they have footage of, and this is what I guess Puff's people was beefing about. They have footage of like 6 days before the arrest.
Yeah.
They got fresh footage of him in the car.
Oh shit.
Goddamn.
Him talking
That's
to
the-
lawyers. I saw him arguing.
Yeah,
with
him
lawyers.
talking to lawyers. That's the clip that was going viral yesterday, was him in Harlem hugging people. Oh, that they didn't do that no good either. The doc was like, and when everybody turned their back on him, it was totally over. Now you're back in Harlem. Now you're walking around. You're a man of the people and all of these. Like, they was making it seem. No, they're not making it seem. At one point, they said he don't fuck with black people.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
They said that shit.
Wow.
I hate that I'm the only one that saw it,
Yeah.
so
Oh, we
y'all
will
are
have a
just
report
like,
on Friday.
Oh, for sure.
We'll have the report.
because I'm kind of scatterbrained in this whole thing because
Yeah.
I was just taken aback.
Well, it seemed like Diddy's people were taking it back too. When the piece came out with the footage, they said, first of all, they called it a shameful hit piece. But they said, his lawyer said, quote, stolen footage was never authorized for release. So either there's a rat or somebody's lying.
I thought that, from what I know, is that the person that records the footage belonged to them. I don't think that Puff,
Unless they signed some
unless
some
I
work
don't
for
think
hire
that
or something.
I don't think that he had time or he had the person sign anything. Because in my mind, I met the person.
Don't usually they have you sign that shit before you even start recording?
Not when you go,
but
not,
not
yeah, but not
always,
when
yeah.
you're going through all that shit. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think
hasty or whatever.
Yeah,
With a person like Puff?
I don't think he thought about it though, Freed. I thought the same thing.
5 days before you go into jail,
Yeah.
you know they coming to get you.
Yep.
So you trying to put out some shit.
You just record. Well, here's what Alexandria Stapleton said, which speaks to what y'all said. Alexandria Stapleton is the director of the docu-series.
Okay.
She's the one that was doing the press with 50 and all of that.
Okay.
She said, it came to us. We obtained the footage legally and have the necessary rights. We moved heaven and earth to keep the filmmaker's identity confidential. One thing about Sean Combs is that he's always filming himself, and it's been an obsession throughout the decades, which might answer the other question. We also reached out to his legal team for an interview and comment multiple times, but did not hear back. So it sounds like to y'all point, like they ain't getting no illegal footage.
No, it wasn't illegal. It's just the person that gave it to them. You might look at them funny,
right? And the reason Puff might do that, like I said, if you're obsessed with filming yourself and you know you're going to prison in 4 days, that might be.
Well,
why.
he may have had his own doc plans, or
I'm sure.
Oh, especially if he won.
Well, that's the other thing I said to myself watching. Is like there's footage from '89. Like, wow. See, I was outside in '94. I can't find a video of me doing shit. It's a lot of footage
him dancing and shit,
of him doing everything. That's the other part that was. I'm telling you, they had one of his male escorts on, and the dude said every March 9th, religiously, no matter where I was, him and Cassie flew me out to be where they was at.
That's a little
specifically on March 9th.
Wow.
That's a little creepy.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of other shit that was just like, and then later on he goes on to say that toward the end of their whatever they were doing, they would collect his semen in a cup. And he didn't say nothing for a few times, and then finally he did. He was like, "Yo, what the fuck
Are you
doing with my semen?"
Yeah.
And they said Puff was like, "Yo, I like to make her drink it, play with it, douse in it. Why? What's the problem with it?" And then they have him on that type of shit very early too, earlier than all of this. But you know that's there.
Yeah,
you know that's there. But back to the Dirty Money shit. From making the band to Dirty Money, the story that they were telling in there, the other girl from Dirty Money, I forgot her name.
Kalia.
And let me just say, the Dirty Money album is a classic.
It's
a great album. The Dirty Money album is a classic.
And a remix album too. Fire. They did a remix album.
So they got her saying that the relationship between Puff and Dawn was very strange as well. Mm-hmm. Like, if you ever met a billionaire, what would you do to be his girl or be in his
concubine, whatever?
Yeah,
Kalina.
All while Cassie is there. So it's a lot of facts. It's a lot of footage. However they got the footage, it certainly helped in this story they were telling. It did.
Right.
It did. Wow. It did make you feel like at the end he didn't get enough time.
Really?
Really?
It would have to. They show the shine shit. Yeah. They show the girl. They show too much shit to where it's like, if you don't believe this, or if this didn't do it for you, or if this didn't do it for you, it's like certain shit is too consistent in the story that they tell.
Did they mention anything about the trial, like where the state fucked up, or the feds, or whoever was trying it, or anything like that?
No. Before every episode, they did the black screen with the words, Puff is serving such and such. He is charged with such and such and such.
Got it.
He wasn't charged with such and whatever they said on the black screen. I don't even read them shits after once I see it saying the same thing. But
right.
Yeah, what a fucked up start to the morning to watch it. It wasn't
That's
great.
Heavy.
And then it's banger after banger after banger after banger in this.
Oh, they had the music?
I mean, you can't tell a story without.
I didn't know they had license for it. That's why I was. That's
some of the music. I mean, Benjamin's came on. More Money, More Problems came on. The awards with him performing, with Sting coming out is like and even that is real sinister if you get into what they're trying to say.
I wonder how they got that. I guess that's fair use.
It's fair use.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Whoever was in charge of collecting the footage and the
archives
and the paper clippings,
they did the right thing. They did their thing.
Yeah, you went crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I can't wait to watch.
And then Puff is saying this shit is a hit piece because of that little clip they got going around of him saying, "I need a shower," and I hugged 150 people, so I need to bathe and cleanse myself. I need to hand sanitizer. Oh, buddy.
That ain't it.
Who cares about that? No, that's absolutely not. I actually agreed with him.
Oh, he was right about that.
I absolutely agreed with him. If I'm out here just hugging and kissing, and I want hand sanitizer.
Shake 50 hands. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but he seemed to shake 50 other things at these parties. I mean, I'm saying if you're a germphobe, it's just a lot of knobs. I'm like,
but I'm telling you, that was part of them attempting to frame it like, yo, dog,
He don't like them.
He don't fuck with them. I didn't get that.
I could take that with it. That could be with anybody, but I get what you're saying.
Because I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
No matter what the crowd
After
looks
a
like.
concert,
After enough with
I'm going to wash my hands. It's like it's not the craziest.
Yeah.
Then from that to the Ciroc deal, like this guy has been the pinnacle of success for. They got into Sean John. It's like this guy
Elevated each
has
time.
had. No, I had 60, 80, and 100 million in
The 90s.
late
90s.
Yeah, that's a long time now. But
A lot of fucking money.
in the recent footage, he's like, "Yo, I'm on my way to the bank to deposit 200 million. They're holding the bank open for me."
Yeah.
God damn.
Something light.
Hold the bank open. I hold the bank open too for $200
You gotta hold the bank
million.
open.
Oh, for sure. You want the manager? You want the boss?
Especially if you understand how banks work.
Yeah, word.
What?
Yeah,
They gotta take
the
that
bank,
200.
The bank can stay open for a week.
Bro,
If you bring in 200 million
off
over
of 200, they gonna make $2 billion, $4 billion, whatever the fuck they gonna make off your 200 million.
Yeah.
Be open. We'll leave this shit open. You can come next Thursday.
Yo,
we won't close.
You want flat or sparkling? Okay.
We'll leave it
Fuck is
open.
you talking
Whenever
about?
you feel like it, just show up.
Crazy.
It left me saying I just wish he had like real friends at some point. But when you making that much and you worth that much, you don't get that.
And you that type of-
You don't get that. And I'm not saying that he don't.
But I'm saying,
Does he know?
if you're that type of person, can you even have real friends?
Well, that was going to be my question. Because, I mean, we see other
Yes,
billionaires.
you can have real friends.
If you're that type of person, I'm saying.
You can have real friends.
I disagree.
You can.
You can.
I don't think so.
I think that the narcissism in these people will.
Real friend, we saying it under it implies that the real friend is a good guy.
Yeah, but the real friend,
But the
will
real
be the
friend
one to
is
hold you
somebody
to the
that
fire
see-
or make
yeah.
you accountable for certain shit. And certain narcissistic people with that level,
Gonna kick the people away from them.
yeah, you get away from me if you telling me the truth.
Not necessarily.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I'm not saying that because I do think that he has somebody somewhere that is a real friend.
Well, that was going to be my question. Does anybody know who that person is? Because I've never heard. You know, like people like Hove. You know, he has a crew that he came up with. A lot of other Dre. I mean, there are people who are billionaires who have crew. I never heard of like a long-term close Puff friend. D-Rock, you said? Okay. Yeah, I'm asking because I don't know.
I think there are names out there the same way he just said D-Rock. I'm not going to name names here, but I
got
do
you.
think
Okay.
that could be.
That will hold him accountable.
Yeah.
That's good.
It may not be many, and I don't want to sound like I'm vouching, saying confirming. I can't confirm, but I ain't going to sit there and name names.
By hearing some of these people talk, a lot of people looked at it as a benefit. I sense a lot of fear also. You know what I mean? He instilled fear in some way. I was just telling JR the same thing. Like, people were scared of Puff. You know what I mean? And this is why somebody would record footage and he wouldn't have to sign a document because the nigga wouldn't even play with Puff and do that. You know, Puff would have to be incarcerated in order for a person to even play with him like that, to even give up footage. Nigga wouldn't do that regularly. He wouldn't even need any contracts. You know what I mean? Because as I stated, JR and I met the person who was capturing the footage. You know what I mean? So, but
Did you get a sense of what the footage was for? Did they say anything to you about it?
yeah, but it was full recording. I mean, it was outside the courthouse. They were recording the Sons. Like, it was a thing that, like Joe was saying, he was trying to record. It was told to us that, you know, trying to get a documentary, Puff wanted to record this. Want to record this whole journey because Puff felt that he was coming home. So that's what he wanted to do. But it just did a whole 360. So,
180.
180, pardon me. Sorry.
The world has never seen nothing like Puff. Puff is in that. It's my job. Puff is in that stratosphere. Yeah, a different. The world has never seen nothing like this before. Like, even watching it, you never saw a sinister, mega talented, more talented than everybody / by gangster that sold it. Like, this guy is in his league of his own. He is. it's dark and it's twisted, and there's some other words that come to mind, but you ain't never seen.
I mean, that's been the thing that's been said, whispered for years. When it was like everybody that left there had to run to some religion at some point. Like, what did you see there that was that bad that I got to get away from this nigga and get religion?
Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, with all of this shit, I still think that if he comes out and says the right rehabilitative shit,
America loves a redemption story.
There's a path.
I think
for sure.
I think
absolutely.
His resilience, his persistence, and his just overall willingness and drive to win is something you can't teach.
He's also really smart at doing things like buying 1,000 turkeys for the jail. Like, he's gonna do some shit like that where you're like, oh, he's not such a bad guy.
And he also got powerful friends.
That's
a winner, bro.
Like, we keep forgetting that part.
Who he has dirt on.
Yeah.
And they know that.
Yeah.
But I think even
don't shout out there, yo. Make Puff be the black Ghislaine.
I ain't saying it like that, but I'm saying, Nick,
I'm sure there was a couple cups floating around that.
I'm talking about what he possesses.
Yes.
I think the shit that he possesses, and just, again, we heard the stories of him going to Howard, but he's driving from DC to New York in a Rabbit. You know what I mean? He's interning, he's going to college full time, and coming back to New York in a fucking Volkswagen Rabbit. Like, that just speaks to his drive and his dedication to be great. Like, everybody won't do that, and I think that certain niggas just got that in them. Yeah, they just got that in them. That nigga is a different level of persistent.
That nigga said can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, bro, like, it's just different. I think if Puff hit the ground today and he was broke, I think in 5 years Puff would be back at multi-million easily, like 100 million in 5 years if he was dirt floor poor.
And it makes you think a little bit, Ish, like he had to be confident in the outcome because he preserved the relationships, right? I'm going to use these relationships if he does have dirt on anybody at when I need to, not at a time like this.
I think
it makes you think a little bit deeper, like, okay, if we say he do got dirt on people, he ain't used it at all. He took the brunt of it. I took everything.
Or he has.
Well, he might have used it.
Maybe more people didn't come forward because of dirt. Maybe more people didn't sign on to the
I'm talking about the execs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you talking about
I'm saying I don't know one way or the other. I'm not saying that's the case.
Okay.
I'm just saying Puff is so sophisticated and power is so powerful that there's no way to know what's happening behind the scenes unless you're back there. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't know one way or the other.
I think there's also like a billionaire code where he probably is like, I'm going to go do my little 5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to.
I mean,
I'll be fine. I'm not about to piss off these other billionaires.
Right. That's what I'm
like. That they're going to be useful to me in
when I
the
come
5
home.
years.
Exactly.
That's the part.
Or they may aren't being useful to me now.
True.
I agree with that.
Can I ask a question about this code? Because that was one of the things that came up during the press run. I was watching Good Morning America, for example. Robert Roberts interviewed the director and 50 Cent and other people. 50 Cent, to your point, Joe, is one of many people who are part of this series, but he's been the face of it, and obviously he's been using it to promote the documentary, but also to troll a little bit on social media. Actually, a lot for a long time.
As 50 does.
And some people are like, oh, you got him, you the petty king. Other people have been like, this is not okay. For example, Ja Rule, another one of his enemies, tweeted today, this is rat shit. You're a rat. There are a lot of people who echoed that. In terms of the code, is it, if one of your colleagues does something like this, one of your peers does something like whatever Puff is involved in and been convicted of, is there any violation from 50's side to make a documentary about it? Is he doing anything wrong?
50 plays by a different set of rules when it comes to that shit, though. Like, you my enemy, it's up for you forever. I want to do whatever I can to see you down. And there's some people that roll with that. I don't think it's rat shit because he wasn't involved in it with him. And I think rat, when someone's ratting, it's the definition of what ratting is.
But I don't even mean just the rat thing, because we always debate that. I mean kind of like, is it just violating is there anything fucked up about it?
If you're Puff.
Yeah. I mean, if you did that shit,
it depends on what side you stand on.
Yeah.
It depends on what side you stand on.
Yeah.
Like if you my, pardon me, Joe, if you my enemy for a long time, I'm gonna do whatever. Because we can say, I don't think Puff did anything that detrimental to make you do that. Some people can say that. In his mind, it's like, if you my enemy for a long time, nigga, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to kick you down, keep you down, or whatever it takes to kick your back in. And if you on the other side, you be like, yo, nigga, what are you doing? Like, I wouldn't do this to you. What are you doing? That's not part of the game. That's not part of the code. You're participating or hopping on a bandwagon to keep another man down, a black man, whatever. It's just depend on what side of the coin you stand on. What you saying, Joe? My fault.
No, exactly what you said. Either you're on the side of you're gonna feel something when you see a black man kicking down a black man when he's at his worst, or you're on the other side of this is run of the show. And I don't think that they're enemies. I think that 50 this is his line of work.
Yeah, that's where it gets
I
tricky
think he's
too.
in television now.
Yeah, that's where it gets tricky too.
See, that makes
And
sense.
I think it's more than that.
Huh?
I think he views Puff as his enemy, and this is my line of work, so I can use this to
If there
drop
was
more on my enemy.
anybody else in this line of work, we're not calling into question their emotions behind when they are doing a piece.
The rules change when you play a different game. He's in a different
see what
sport
you're
now.
saying.
Yeah, he's in movie and TV, and that's the gig.
Yeah, but you ain't did this for nothing else. Like, you are specifically targeted. We know you've had beef with this man for years.
Less money and everything else.
I'm just saying, if that's my enemy and I see the opportunity, and this is my line of work here,
And
it's just a perfect storm.
and I'm not saying
but that's still my enemy.
I'm not saying he's never done this before. I think that a lot of what he's done has been his interpretation or interpolation of something that happened. The fucking Life series on ABC, true story. Fucking the BMF shit is a true story. So
Yeah, but I'm talking about trying to, again, with enemies. You know, you look at Ja. Every chance he get, he tries to step on Ja.
but y'all
every
keep,
chance he gets,
but you
he
keep
tries to
inserting the word enemies.
because I believe that to be his enemy. That's all. I believe 50
maybe
believes
that's the
that to be his
question.
enemy.
How? Okay, then why are they enemies?
There could be some. There's some
reasons.
whisperings.
Oh, I haven't heard those.
I'm not. I'm not. repeating
Yeah,
none
but
of that.
I don't
I'm
want
not getting
to
into
broadcast
that.
them, but
and if that were to be true, I could understand it.
Well, I think one way to think about Ice is like there's certainly evidence that he would have an issue with him. It's just
Yes.
a question whether that issue rises to the level of enemy. Because you can have beef with somebody, but not enemy. Because when 50 has an enemy, it's up forever. Is the Puff shit that intense, or is it also just competition?
That's for him to decide, though.
And
Some niggas
and you know what I'm saying? That's the line for me, right? Like if I'm in the TV business and I could shoot anything, make a documentary about anything, and there's this one thing that could be put out about an enemy, yeah, I might take that opportunity.
You just did.
Yeah,
That's different.
which we'll get to too.
But if it's just somebody who I have a friendly competition with, then I might not double down on it.
Some people are different, and
that's what I'm saying. It depends.
Some people are better at playing chess, Mark. That's how I look at it.
But what's the end game? What does victory look like?
Because I'm pretty sure that there were things that, if we look at it from a different scope, that Puff did to take shots at Fifth at certain times. You know what I mean? If you just know the no. So, but
Wasn't Puff on the I Get Money remix?
Yeah. And it was funny because when they were in that studio together, I mean, all right, so that's the difference to me.
And I'm not saying like that means
Yeah,
so
don't mean
much.
the most.
But even in that, because I mean, 50 and Jay have had tensions, but there's no beef, right? And I think that's the difference.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think the beef started after that, by the way.
Well,
From what I remember.
yes.
When Hov went through this fucking funny shit recently, Fifth put it on.
yeah, he was going at him.
Fifth was
Yeah.
at him.
And that's what I'm saying. He does a little bit of troll, and he's always competing.
And we start this with we start this with knowing that he don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
We start this just with a common knowledge that 50 don't give a fuck.
Right. And for me, it's hard to find any blame or assign any blame to 50 because Puff did all this shit.
Exactly.
That part too.
So it's like, it's one thing if like Puff just went broke. Let's just say he developed a terrible heroin addiction and he had gone broke. No crimes, then just went broke. If you make a documentary about that, to me, that's like
Petty, yeah.
That's petty and like unnecessary. But like making a documentary about somebody who actually did harm to people.
and was found guilty in the court of law. And
Yeah.
Well, that's why calling it a hit piece is laughable, because you'll call the piece on it a hit piece, but not the piece in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I'm watching.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Oh, I'm definitely watching.
I'm definitely gonna watch. I thought I was watching 50 do the press run. Did y'all see him do the press run? Because he was basically downplaying all the beef. He was like, "There's no beef. We had a little competition, or there was no competition. I just didn't like the fact that he came after. He was trying to holler at
what
me.
he
He did
said,
the-
yeah.
And he was explaining this to Robert Roberts. And I don't think he was like, he just came at me a little side. He kept trying to take me shopping and see what he could play with me. Implying that Puff was gay. And I'm like, you're telling us that Robert Roberts, who may be the gayest announcer on TV. So it didn't go the way I think he wanted it to. And then I saw the director kind of jump in and say, no, it's not about that. It's also about all this other shit. A lot of people were involved in it. So I think they're going to have to be very careful how they
Frame the wise.
How they frame, yes, that's exactly right, on this press run, because you don't want it to look like a hit piece. You also don't want it to be about Diddy's sexuality and all these other things if you want the mainstream to embrace this, because this could win a lot of awards if it's as good as you're saying it is, because people love to give awards to shit like this, just like the R. Kelly.
True.
You know, they love to give awards to stuff like this, and they
R.
should.
Kelly shit was a point in viewing. That R. Kelly shit had each and every one of us at the TV.
I know. I didn't even go finish watching. I never got through it.
For real?
I never watched.
I've seen enough.
Okay.
I didn't watch
being
the
around
last
enough
part.
molesters in my day. It was hard to watch. It wasn't. It was great. In terms of cinema, in terms of the doc. Sometimes I gotta take a break from that stuff.
I can dig it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like I should close this by saying, with all of that said, none of that was my personal experience with Puff. Because I hate when people do that. Like, you think because somebody was with somebody that now they saying something that they saw. No, I'm talking about the piece. And it's damaging.
What are you about to say?
Nah, you know what and I know you closed it because you don't like that, but what I battle with is that when you know someone and you know what side of the coin you'll stand on, to watch someone that you know and then you look up to or whatever, when they just take another turn or do something that you may not do, it's very life is very tricky sometimes. Not tricky, but it's a hard pill to swallow, because what do I respect this because of the respect that I have, because I wouldn't do it, or do I understand it? And that's where it becomes, like, for me, I'm only speaking for me personally. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, but it's a battle. Because then you try to find, if you like somebody, you try to make excuses of why they're doing it.
Justify it.
But then say that there was a lot of opportunities for me to do things to people, which I'm not on that level, but I never did it. So it's crazy. That's all I want to say. I'm sorry.
Well, it's all about what you believe.
Yeah, but even if
It's all about what your belief system is.
Yeah, but then your belief system may change depending on the person that's doing it. Like
that happens all the time.
It happens all the time. People don't want to admit that, but that's a thing.
It shouldn't, but it does. You're right.
It's fucking.
It happens more times than
we know.
Yes.
It's like, I would never do that. Do you see? Like, then you try to, because you like them so much, or because of the relationship, you try to make a reason of, I can see them doing that. But in all reality, nigga, it's like, it still is what it is. You know what I'm saying?